Hello, this is Anurag, and it's so exciting to share the performance of the lunar pivots, the lunar forecast for the month of May. So, if you see, I have got a Telegram channel where I post this forecast much in advance, and we'll go through the May pivots, the May forecast. So, on the 27th of April here, I had mentioned that the next Nifty pivot is supposed to be on the 1st and 2nd of May. So if you see here, this is the 2nd of May and we had a high pivot. We had the move started from here and then it actually went up till the 1st and the 2nd. First was a holiday, so we got a second here. And then it went on the 2nd and then of course it started correcting a little. So this was a high pivot which got made. The next was supposed to be a pivot on 6th or 7th. Okay, so the next one is supposed to be 6th or 7th. So if you see here, this is the 5th. So the 6th pivot actually uh, couldn't come because 6th and 7th were holidays, Saturday and Sunday. So it came on 5th, the previous working day. Okay, so that is okay, that is allowed. Then the next pivot was supposed to be on 8th May. I had mentioned that we have made actually 200 Nifty points, and then the next pivot is supposed to be 12th. This was forecasted on 8th May. 12th May is supposed to be the next date. Okay, so we had we had the pivot here on 5th May, and the next pivot was supposed to be 12th May. So if you see, it was one day off because 12th is here, and then of course 13th, 14th was a non-trading day. So the next trading day was supposed to be 15th, and you see 15th was a high. Okay, so this was a bang on pivot. Then the next one here we mentioned was that next is going to be on 18th May. Okay, this is the 18th May pivot. So if you see, this is supposed to be the 15th May pivot. And then if we come down here, we have got a pivot which was supposed to be on 18th. So it was one day off here. It came on 19th. Okay. Now we can always have one day off because the timings here are supposed to be UTC time, and then they can all and this is the moon. So moon on an average moves around 13 degrees on a day. So it is possible that we can have one day up to 2 days off, but usually one day is acceptable. So this is how it is 19th. Then the next one I mentioned that we have done the 19th one. Then the next is 26th, which is going to be high pivot. Okay, because this was a low. So the next is 26th. So if you see, this is supposed to be here. 26th is supposed to be here. So we had one day off because again 26th, 27th and 28th were holidays. Okay, so we have a pivot here. Then the next one is supposed to be on the 7th of June. That is what I mentioned here. That there's one missing here. It was supposed to be the 1st of June actually, which was not given here, but I gave it in my private channel. So this is the 1st of June, and then the following pivot was supposed to be the 7th June. 7th June was the pivot. Okay, so we actually did this pivot actually came on 31st. Okay, that is what I had given, not first. I had given 31st, but it actually came on 1st. Now the second was after this we have a high pivot on 7th of June. We have a high pivot on 7th of June. So you see, this is a high pivot on 7th June. Again, this is one day off. Okay, this is one day off. And then the next one actually is supposed to be 13th and 14th of June, which is in the coming week. So if you see this, there were 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 calls so far, and we had 7 out of 7 correct. Now, this is the power of the lunar cycles. This is how the lunar cycles work. And it is very, very interesting that this can be calculated in advance. And once you know the trend, you won the battle because then it's just about placing the orders and, tightening your stops once the next pivot is nearby. It is an interesting study, and you can also learn it. Take care.